High School, the home of the Golden Lions, proudly presents the Pride of the Lions. The 2019 Golden Lions Marching Band. ladies and gentlemen, to our 34th annual Marching Band Pops Concert. Please rise and join us in singing the Lincoln High School Alma Mater. The words are located in your program. This evening, the band is conducted by Band Council Secretary Benjamin Brody. Please remain standing, remove your hat, and respectfully face the flag. Join us in singing our national anthem conducted by Mr. Greg Miller. Seats, please. We begin our season by celebrating the 50th anniversary of Woodstock, which brought together 500,000 people in a festival of peace, music, and love. We start our show with a hard-driving hit played by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Here's Proud Mary. The jazz rock group Blood, Sweat, and Tears was a popular act from Woodstock. And the next tune experimented with experimental colors and psychedelic imagery. Featuring our color guard and drum major, here's a Grammy Award-winning Spinning Wheel. When the group Santana performed at Woodstock, they hadn't released an album yet. This tune became their first top 40 hit. We closed the Woodstock show with Evil Ways. The next tune has become a favorite after the first quarter. Join our cheerleaders and sing along, "Hey, Baby." Third quarter has turned into something special in recent years. Thanks to our special cheer group, please welcome the Sideline Brass. Please stand up, stretch, and we'll be back in 5 with more music, including our special guest, the Freshman Band. Here comes one of the Golden Lions' long-time traditions, and we're always glad to share the enthusiasm with our cheerleading friends. Please help us thank the cheerleaders, Coach Fisher and King Louie, for the great season and for joining us tonight. Now, everyone in the audience, be ready to spell out G-A-H-A-N-N-A with Land of 1,000 Dances. Thank you, class of 2023. We can't wait for you to join us next year. Snares, tenors, basses, and cymbals. Oh my. All kinds of drums. No more introduction is required. A, K, D.
Well, good evening, everybody. Are you having a good time? Thanks for being here tonight and enjoying this end of the season Pops concert. We have a couple of things that we need to do here before we get to our festival show, so let's get right to them. We have a lot of people that make this big machine go. I'm afraid. To have a marching band of 187, 188 people, and to go out every Friday night and a couple other times during the course of the year and do the kind of performances that they do requires a lot of leadership and help. And one of the things we love about band is not only that it teaches musicianship, and that we get to see these people grow into great musicians, and then we're sad to see them go, but we also get to see them grow in their leadership. And everybody has an opportunity to grow in some way. They may or may not have a title to what they do, but we get to see all sorts of people, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, all of a sudden step up a little bit, show a little awareness more than they have before of what's going on, and help to move the entire group forward. And it's just very encouraging and exciting to see them go from when they just start and marching band feels very overwhelming to the time that they're ready to graduate and you think they're ready to take on the world, because they are. So for our student leaders, and I may miss some, if you fit any of these descriptions, would you please stand, and then we're going to applaud for all of you. That would include our squad leaders, please stand. Our color guard captains, please wave where you are. There you are, stand up taller. Our drum major, of course. Our plume team. Our librarians who helped keep all our music together. Our load crew. The people who during first period, second period, third period, and fourth period have been indentured servants, those would be the Band-Aids. And for all of band council as well, thank you to all of this leadership this year. Many of these folks are seniors and will be moving on next year, and so there will be many shoes to be filled. We also have a lot of adults that we are grateful for, and if you would please stand as I call whatever it is that you did. This is going to be scary how many of you will be standing because of all you've done this fall. Our Gahanna-Lincoln Instrumental Music Booster officers. We'd actually also like to thank an additional person tonight who's very supportive of the band and tonight is doing a recording. That is our recording engineer over there, Mr. Doug Moran. For the first time in about 7 years, we're getting this thing recorded, and so we will have CDs available, and I'll let you know about them when they're ready. People who have either served on these committees or been the chairpersons, that would be the booth captains, please stand. Anybody who has volunteered in a concession booth. Oh, come on now. There you go. Uniform moms and dads, our uniform team who make us look spectacular. Those of you who have chaperoned to any sort of marching band event. Anybody who has baked any of the cookies that we've been eating third quarter, please stand. Absolutely. And anybody who has been a tag day driver, if you're not standing already. Thank you to all of you for helping us to work together in these exciting. Thank you here in the high school to our administrators. I'm not sure which of them are here tonight. I know I talked to Mr. Barrett. He was coming over after trunk or treat. Where is he? Mr. Barrett, where are you? Way up at the top. And Mrs. Williams, our principal, and all of our other principals here at GLHS. Our staff, who is supportive of the students, will sometimes send us emails and notes about hearing us during lunch periods. And they're complimentary. It's not like, please stop that noise. And sometimes are giving us suggestions for things that we should play in shows. One of the custodians was just telling me something he wanted to hear the other day. And also for lending us their rooms that we can change in and use for auditions. To our school board members and all of our administration. And one final special thank you, sort of informally new to our team. Came out and did some leadership work for us and has then been to just about every home game and helped us with all sorts of stuff. Molly Ward. Thank you to all of those folks very much. We appreciate them giving of their lunch periods and time in the summer. That's Mrs. Shellhammer and Miss Ballard for help with sectionals. And also we've had a couple of people that the boosters have hired to help with us, and that would be Dr. Zelinsik for Capital University and Ruby T, who teaches a lot of our clarinet students. So thank you to them. Every member of the band is personally thankful for the teaching abilities, the drill writing abilities, the music writing abilities, and all the administrative things that are done by Mr. Bradshaw, Mr. Miller, and also Coach Barker. Thank you to them. It's a great team to be a part of, and on behalf of all four of us, to our spouses, thank you to our spouses. We promise that we will be home sometime. How about Mr. Jim Singer, the voice. Band is a community event. It brings our community together. It's something that can help identify what Gahanna actually is, not just the school, but the entire district. So thank you to every parent, every family member, every sibling, every friend for your encouragement of these individual musicians so that we can come together and do great things. Thank you for bringing our community together. Thank you to all of you. Now it's time to give the 3 traditional awards that we've been giving for the past, I don't know, about 9 years maybe. We have the band members vote on these. These are senior awards given only to our senior class, and we have 67, 68 seniors this year. And so they had to vote on these 3 awards, and these students were chosen by their peers. The first award that we give is the Senior Spirit Award. The Senior Spirit Award is given to that person who lifts everyone up around them, provides positive energy throughout the season at every minute, may not be the loudest voice at every football game, but is certainly the most encouraging and uplifting to all of those around them. And this year, the Senior Spirit Award has been chosen by the students to be given to Nahor Hagos. To meet a more positive young man. The Senior Drive Award is given to a senior who shows something that we talk about all the time, which is drive, which is a 100% effort, not only in music and routine, but just in very marching fundamentals. This person is always just giving every ounce of energy out on the field, and that's an inspiration to us all. This year's winner of the Senior Drive Award is our drum major, Hayden Allen. And the Senior Leadership Award. A person doesn't need to have a title to be a leader. They need to have action. They need to have thought. And they need to be thinking about all the people around them rather than themselves. And that's what our Senior Leadership Award winner does. This person has shown constant leadership within their squad, within their section, within the band as a whole. Also a positive force that has really helped define us this year. And this year's winner of the Senior Leadership Award is Lennon Anderson. Don't want anybody getting teary-eyed at the end of the night. Yes, they're seniors, but they have many months to go and many good things in front of them. But so far this year, to all of our band, but most importantly to our seniors, thank you, all of you, for your leadership and making this just a great marching season. The seniors. Turn it back over to our voice of the Golden Lions, Mr. Singer, and on with the show.
On Saturday, September the 21st, we traveled to Defiance and presented Classical Thunder, featuring well-known masterpieces from the concert hall. We opened the show with Also Sprek Zarathustra, better known as the opening music to 2001, A Space Odyssey, and immediately moved to Mussorgsky's A Night on Bald Mountain. Next, we feature our color guard and drum major, Hayden Alley. Along with some precision marching, here's a fiery saber dance. Our next selection was inspired by a Czech composer visit to the United States. The music was influenced by spirituals and Native American melodies, and our performance features a trumpet and mellophone duet with Quinn Carson and Emily Miller. Here are themes from Dvorak's New World Symphony. This famous suite, Pictures at an Exhibition, represents pieces of art from the show. We begin with some walking music entitled Promenade. The next part, The Hut of Baba Yaga, and about a Russian witch and her magical house that moves through the forest. We finish with a majestic Great Gate of Kiev. Here is Pictures at an Exhibition. As we bid farewell to the marching band of 2019, we look back to our seniors' first marching band season in the fall of 2017 and our Three Dog Night show. In this arrangement, modeled after the Maynard Ferguson recording, we feature Joey Dixon on trombone and Morgan Duff on alto sax. Look out! Eli's coming. Gahanna bands are rich in tradition, and this one was started over 30 years ago. The time has come to enjoy it again. Borrowed from the big school across town, it's a perfect way to end our marching season. Of course, Benji will remember to dot the I. Ladies and gentlemen, Gahanna's Pride, the